As we know, June is Pride Month, and today we're shining a light on a unique group of the LGBTQ+ community, transgender members of our military.
News 3 reporter Penny Commit shares the history of transgender service members and shines a light this morning on the hardships they overcome every day to keep us all safe.
I joined as Amy Elizabeth Rowles. I was female when I joined the military in 2015.
Staff Sergeant William Allen-Rowles is one of over 15,000 transgender people believed to be serving in the United States military.
Well, I'm a UH-60 Alpha Lima Mike instructor. Right now I'm teaching the students here at Fort Eustis.
Is this your office?
This is pretty much my office.
According to research conducted by the Williams Institute, transgender men and women make up less than 1% of the armed forces. Yet, 21% of transgender people have served, a higher percentage than most demographics.
There's just a lot of understanding of the perspective of the underdog and understanding struggle that comes with being trans, and I think that lends itself towards service.
Leanne Withrow is the director for SPARTA, a national advocacy organization for transgender military members that formed following the repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell.
All of a sudden everybody says, oh, you can be LGBT in the military. Except you can't be LGBT. You can be L, G, or B, right? But they kind of left us behind.
According to the National Park Service, the U.S. military's first transgender member is believed to have joined in 1861. Albert Cashier, who was originally named Jenny Hodger, fought against the Confederacy during the Civil War. Nearly 200 years later, and the fate of transgender service members still remains uncertain. In 2016, Obama's administration lifted the ban on their ability to serve. But just 1 year later, the ban was reinstated and fear washed over the entire community.
I didn't know what my future was going to be like. I just wanted to serve my country. My chain of command pulled me in the office. That was the first thing they did. And they asked me, "Are you okay?" That meant the world to me.
It wasn't until just 2 years ago that the ban was lifted once again, allowing transgender people to serve openly for now.
What happens when the next administration comes in and maybe there's another ban in place? What happens? You know, that's the fear that we always live in.
A fear Sergeant Allen-Rowles says he is able to live with due to the support from his fellow soldiers. The Black Hawk maintainer says he still has memories of his brother, Sergeant Major General Joshua Prescott, taking him to the gym so he could meet the Army's prior male standards for physical fitness. A few years later, and his brother pinned him to sergeant in Operation Atlantic Resolve.
I think that's my favorite memory in the military.
That moment coming only after hours of interviews and loads of paperwork to be officially considered male by the U.S. Army.
How hard is it to get that gender marker changed in the military?
It's hard. Multiple letters from mental health professionals, a treatment plan that's signed and approved, your new birth certificate.
But now, Sergeant Allen-Rowles is able to serve openly and authentically, something he says only improves his ability to serve the United States and keep all of us safe.
When something's hindering you mentally, you're not able to focus on the mission.
Do you feel like being open about who you are has allowed you to be a better soldier?
Absolutely. I feel like I've changed a lot of minds and the perception of transgender soldiers. I hope I inspire someone to say, oh, okay, it's time for me to join the military.
And he certainly is so inspiring. I also want to mention for anyone who may be watching this and wants to come out but is nervous or isn't sure what to do, SPARTA does offer a lot of fantastic resources. Like they have peer-to-peer counseling, they have support groups. So they really make sure that nobody is left behind. And a link to get in touch with them is up right now at our website, WTKR.com.
It is incredible to see the support coming from fellow service members as well.
Well, that's something that William kept telling me was this wouldn't be possible if I didn't have such an awesome chain of command. So how great to know that in our military, they're supporting and accepting everyone.
And yeah, and an interesting history lesson as well.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that? And that story is just so incredible. Even in the 1800s, they were supported as well by the people that they served with.
All right, Penny Commit, thank you so much for that report this morning.